Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of Answers for Athletes. Yesterday on my Instagram story, I asked you guys to send me videos of popular advice or workouts or exercises, tips, tricks, anything from different coaches and trainers and athletes and influencers on the topics of vertical jump or sports performance in general, and I would react to it. So I think that this will be a beneficial thing for me to do for all of you. So in addition to answering your questions, I think me reacting to popular advice or workouts or exercises and giving you my opinion may be of some value and benefit to you. So this first video is from a guy named Zero Bounce. I've never heard of him before. Well, I have heard of him. I've never seen him before, but I have heard of a couple kids on my high school team who have talked about him before. But before I get into it, make sure that you comment JUMP, J-U-M-P, down below in the comment section for a free bodyweight vertical jump training program. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video just like this. So here we go. I'm going to like the video just because. But we have Zero Bounce, how to jump higher, no BS. Here we go.
These are my top 7 vert workouts. In that last...
Yeah, so just by the name Zero Bounce, I already knew this dude wasn't going to have zero bounce. He's got major bounce, okay? So these are the top 7 vert workouts. Add these to jump higher. Maybe he means exercises, top 7 exercises.
One is definitely the most important. Anyway, to start us off...
All right, so number 1, single leg depth drop.
We have our single leg depth drop, and these are important because what goes up must come down. 6 is the...
That is very true. What goes up must come down. So single leg depth drop, going to be some force absorption work. Make sure that you start with a double leg depth drop, and make sure that you start with a low box and then work your way up. And then, so here's what I would do if I were you. 6-inch box. We're doing this with 2 legs. 6-inch box, 12-inch box, 18-inch box. Go all the way up to a 30-inch box, right? 2 legs. Then go back to a 6-inch box, single leg depth drop. So now we're doing 1 leg, then 12, then 18. He's obviously pretty advanced, so I wouldn't jump straight to that. But great for force absorption. Single leg depth drop is going to be a good thing to do. Top 7? Definitely not in my top 7, but maybe, I don't know. These might be not his top 7, but if they are his top 7 exercises to jump higher, I wouldn't place that in my top 7, but that's definitely a great exercise to do, especially in a foundation phase or as a beginner athlete. And before I even let it go, number 6, tibialis raise.
Tibialis raise, don't mind my face. Number 5 is your entry level.
Okay, tibialis raises are highly, 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 highly overrated. They have been made very popular by knees over toes guy, and then people just took that and ran with it. And tibialis, the tibialis anterior has been deemed some magic muscle that is going to make you jump crazy high and fix all your knee pain. That is absolute horseshit. It is not going to do hardly anything for your vertical jump. And I would not isolate the tibialis anterior if you're not going to isolate every other lower body muscle. Like, why are we just isolating that one singular muscle and picking that out to be some miracle muscle? You can do it. It's not going to be bad. But of strengthening a muscle in your lower limb, if I were you, I would strengthen the soleus, the gastrocnemius, or even the peroneals. And then the tibialis anterior, not a bad thing to do, but definitely not a miracle muscle. Definitely 100% in my bottom 7. Bottom 7, not top 7. Although, let's just keep going.
Plyometric, jump rope.
He has more bounce than me. So what the hell do I know?
4, we have your basic vanilla squats, because why not? And starting off our top...
Did I miss one? Hold on. I think I missed one.
In my face. Number 5 is your...
Jump rope.
Entry-level plyometric, jump rope.
So here he says it, entry-level plyometric. So jump rope is going to be great. You know, entry-level plyometric, low-level extensive plyometrics. These are going to be very important for you to do before you get into high-level intensive plyometrics. So jump rope, I love that. Great for elasticity, great for building the Achilles tendon. Gonna be great. Is it gonna be like, so I'm gonna stop looking at the top 7 and I'm just gonna, cause these are not the top 7, right? These are not the 7 best exercises to increase your vertical jump, but maybe he doesn't mean that. However, he has higher bounce than me. So what the hell do I know, as I already said. But jump rope is going to be good. I'm going to just start looking at these individually. So right now we have single leg depth drop, really great. Tibialis raises, pretty mediocre, but you can still do it. Jump rope, I love it. But if you play a lot of basketball, you already get a bunch of low-level extensive plyos. Then maybe you want to focus a little bit more on strength training and high-level intensive plyometrics. But he has higher bounce than me.
At 4, we have your basic vanilla squats, because why not? And starting off our top.
I like it. Vanilla squat, basic vanilla squat. That's going to be like, it's a compound movement, going to be training multiple muscle groups at once. It's going to give you a lot of bang for your buck. So most of you know about squats. I'm not going to get too much into that one. I don't want this video to be super long.
3.
Patrick step up. So yeah, he definitely follows Ben Patrick and knees over toes guy. Not a bad person to follow. Not a bad coach to follow. I did not mean it like that. Patrick step up. This is going to be great for strengthening your knees, especially if you start on a 1-inch plate. Then you add another plate, then add another plate, then add another plate, and slowly work your way up. It is also going to be great for your vertical jump in the sense that you are only stepping down to about your single leg joint angle, maybe your double leg joint angle, and you are strengthening that top range of motion. And it is single leg, so that's going to be good. You could do quarter squats, but this is going to be a way to do that in a single leg variation, a unilateral variation. Patrick step up for vertical jump. Definitely wouldn't put it in my top 7. However, it's not a bad exercise to do if you want to strengthen that up and slowly work your way up. It's gonna be a good exercise to do. One thing that I love about the Patrick step up is the ankle dorsiflexion that you get. So you have to keep your heel on the ground when you do the Patrick step up, or your heel on the platform, and then step down and tap your heel to the ground with that opposite leg. And on the leg that you are standing on, you are improving your ankle dorsiflexion while you are strengthening. That's one thing that I love about the Patrick step up.
The Patrick step up, lightweight and effective. At 2, we have the Bulgarian split squat.
Bulgarian split squat, highly underrated. I like it. Rear foot elevated split squat or Bulgarian split squat. Definitely top 7. Definitely top 7. This is a great one to do.
These cook me every time I do them. And number 1 is simply going and doing the thing you're trying to get better at. These are my top 7 vert workouts.
Okay, and then he says, and number 7 is dunks or jumping, doing the thing that you're trying to get better at. The number 1 exercise to jump higher is jumping. So 100% agree with him right there. And you could see zero bounce does not have zero bounce. He has tons of bounce. And he probably dunks a lot. He probably jumped a lot growing up. I don't know him, but it definitely sounds like he does know what he's talking about. He has a higher vert than me by far. So as I said 2 or 3 times already, what the hell do I know? This is all just my opinion. This is all just my advice, but that is what I think about the 7 workouts or exercises from Zero Bounce. Keep sending me these videos on Instagram and ask your questions down below. Thank you to Zero Bounce for the video. I liked it, and that's not bad advice at all. Follow Zero Bounce and get your bounce higher than 0.